द्यूतं चलयतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम् जयोऽस्मि व्यवसायोऽस्मि सत्त्वं सत्त्ववतामहम्.
Of the fraudulent, I am gambling. I am the splendor among the splendid. I am victory. I am perseverance. I am sattva among the sattvika. Dyutam, why does he, when he's talking about positive things, suddenly where does he bring in gambling? He says, among the gambling, among the fraudulent people, I am dyutam, which is a kind of gambling where you're not fair. You use deceit as a method to win, like Shakuni in the Mahabharata. Now, why would Krishna say something like this? You know why? Because there are all kinds of people. And there are different things that inspire different people. So if you are a deceitful person and all positive things are said, that won't inspire you. What will inspire you? If he says, I am Shakuni among the deceitful people. So that's why he's saying that. One reason. The other reason is, since Atman is all pervading, Atman is that which enlivens everything, which is there everywhere, including the negative people, including the trash can, including the bad. So, when he says this, you learn not to pass judgment on people. You see a gambler, you do say this is part of life. This doesn't mean that you should also join the gamblers. It only gives you an objectivity to take the good along with the bad. Then he says, I am Teja among the Tejasvina. Teja is a splendor, grandeur, beauty, charisma that comes from unselfishness. When you dedicate yourself to something beyond you, you gain that. Even if you are simple, he's not talking of physical beauty, please. He's talking about that, I don't know how to, you say vibes, you get good vibes from a person. That is what he's referring to. That brilliance, luster, splendor that comes from overcoming your selfishness, fighting your desires, your ego, and emerging successful. Such a person is refreshing to have, has a calming effect, soothes people around. And that is why an outstanding example of this is Krishna himself. Wherever he went, whatever he did, he attracted people towards him. Even when he was full of mischief and he stole butter from the gopis, they were mad with him because he broke the butter pots and took away all their butter. But when they saw him, all their anger dissolved. This is that teja, splendor, that only a spiritual person has. Nobody else. Don't go looking for teja in Miss Universe. It's not there. Non-existent. And that teja is something that all of us can cultivate, irrespective of what your physical attributes are. Not everybody is born good looking, but everybody can develop that teja. I am victory. What kind of victory? Victory over your own negativities. The battle within to, first of all, identify what is wrong in you. Very few of us have access to our own faults and shortcomings. But in your moments of quietude, you don't have to go advertising it to the world. But within yourself, you know, yes, this is my weakness. And the courage and conviction that you have to fight it and emerge victorious, that is the victory that he's talking about. And today you're defeated, you're victimized, you're a slave, and you don't even know you're a slave. That's the worst. Vyavasayaha, perseverance, determination. When you begin to fight the challenges of life, some challenges you'll win, some challenges you'll lose. That's part of life. It's like Roger Federer and Nadal playing tennis, competing with each other. Some games Federer will win, some games Nadal will win. That's life. Take it in your stride. With every defeat, with every failure, you regroup your energies, revitalize yourself, and emerge stronger. That is how you should face failure, not buckle under every challenge that comes. So, Vyavasaya, determination and perseverance is of the highest quality because it's extremely important in achieving success. And then he says, among the sattvic people, I am sattva. Sattva is purity. Rajas is passion, which comes from desire and selfishness. Tamas is ignorance, indolence. Every one of us has all three. But if you identify the sattva, the purest qualities in you, and you operate out of them, your experience of life will change because then you see sattva in others. You see sattvic qualities in others. Today you see only the worst qualities in others. Even the most despicable person has something nice about him. How wonderful it is if you're able to identify with what is good in a person, connect with the person at that level, and your experience of him will always be positive. That is a rishi. That is an enlightened soul. That is why Krishna, throughout the Gita, he praises Arjuna with all kinds of positive things. It's not that he doesn't know his faults, but he understands, he can identify with the sattvic content in Arjuna, and that is how he's able to help him overcome his own faults. So, sattva is the state of calmness, steadiness, balance that every one of us has, but you haven't identified it, you don't operate out of it. And you don't know it because whatever sattvic content you have surfaces only early morning between 4 and 6 a.m. You got that? I see looks of horror on your faces. Because hardly anyone is awake between 4 and 6. So when you're sleeping through the best part of your life, how can you know what is sattvic in you? And most of us, here in the modern trend is you work late. So people are working till 10 and 12 at night, then how can you wake up at 4? So when you work late, what are you doing? You're trying to work out of your tamasic content because the tamas comes up after sundown. Take a look at yourself. You don't need to wake up at 4 in the morning. But on days when by mistake you wake up early, you'll notice that you're bright, alert, that the very quality of your thoughts is pure. The moment the sun comes up, agitation starts. What do I have to do today? Who do I have to negotiate with? Who do I bring down? Who do I speak ill of? All this nonsense comes up after the sun comes up. Because the moment the sun comes up, you start with bhav and prices and negotiation and stuff like that. But before 6, you don't think of all these things. So at least make an attempt we spoke of study every day. Make an attempt to wake up half an hour before your normal waking time. That's not that difficult, is it? Whatever time you wake up half an hour before, and you get a clear window of half an hour where you're not doing anything. Think of the higher. Invest that time in self-enrichment and see what a difference it makes. That's why he says, I am sattva among the sattvic people. 37.